Well, let us see what is the next best thing that Blender has to offer us. With that being said, and let me show you what I have prerequisitely done over here. I have created a plane, I have created a monkey, and then I have given it two animated frames so that it is moving from this side to this side. For those who don't know how to give keyframes, these are called as keyframes. I am selecting it and deleting it, and I am clicking and dragging this thing. I am clicking on this monkey, then tapping on I for inserting keyframes, and here on the location there is a dash under L, so I will tap L, move this monkey over here, then I and L. Now what will happen, it will animate between those frames. Now for motion blur to activating, now the next option which we are going to see in the render properties is motion blur. If I go over here and render this image right now, there is no blur effect happening or taking place. What actually motion blur is, for those who don't know, let me show you. Motion blur effect. So this is an effect which takes place when the object is moving very fast and the camera is taking the photo. So that's why this type of blur which is taking place due to motion is called as motion blur. So to replicate that effect, we can click on this check mark, and now if I render, it will take a little bit more time, but it will render with a motion blur effect. Now what it actually is doing is, it is creating number of frames and it is blurring them, means like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, some amount of frames, and blurring the entire thing and then rendering it completely so that we could see it. Now the motion blur is taking place both sides, from this side as well as from this side. That is because our position is center on frame. If I click this and set it on start on frame, and then come over here and take slot 2 and go to render and render image, now what will happen is it will start from the frame. Now there is a little bit of difference between both of these things. Let me show you. This is the little bit of difference, means it is going to render from the start of the frames. Shutter, how much motion blur do you want? If I reduce this shutter and go to third slot and render our image, the motion blur effect will be lesser. So this was previous and this was the with less shutter, and if we increase the shutter value more, then what will happen is let me go to slot 4 and render image, and here you can see the motion blur is too much. This was our previous shot, this was with less shutter, this one with default shutter. What I am doing is I am tapping and holding control on my keyboard and coming over this parameter and rolling the scroll wheel of the mouse. So what you can do is you can change directly from different slots, and it actually acts on different parameters as well. So more shutter, more the motion blur, less shutter, the less motion blur. Rolling shutter, there is only one option, either none or either top bottom. What rolling shutter is, when you remember the older cameras, the cameras from 1990s, what it actually caused is, when you try to move that camera by looking at a building, the building used to get a little bit slanted off. It used to sway if you move it pretty fastly. So that effect was called as rolling shutter. It happens because of a phenomenon in the camera. So if you want to replicate that, if you want rolling shutter to happen, rolling shutter to take place, what you need to do is come over here and top bottom and then render and render image. This will give us a rolling shutter effect. The previous photo was like this and this one is like this, so that is rolling shutter effect. And we can increase this parameter. How much of the rolling shutter do you want? Then the next option is shutter curve. So this motion blur is taking place. Motion blur is taking place, something like this. How do you want this motion blur to happen? That is defined by this curve. You can click and drag over here, and this is how the motion blur will take place. You can change the way this curve appears. It's very high over here, then slowly going low. And if I come to render slot 5th and render our image, remove the top button and default value over here. And now if I come and render the image over here, this will render exactly like what the curve is given here. There is less over here and more over here, so there is less shutter motion blur over here, and as it is progressing there is more motion blur. So here value is more, that's why motion blur is more. Here the value is less, that's why the motion blur is less as well here. If I click and drag this thing at the bottom and go to render and render image, now what will happen is it will be less over here, low over here, no shutter, no motion blur, and high motion blur over here. If I click and drag this like this, and now if I render over here, the Blender crashed. So that's it for this, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and leave any comment as you wish. And if you want to support this channel, if you want to financially support me, donate money to me, you can do that with the help of Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm. Links will be given, phone number will be given in the description. You can also go on Patreon's page, links will be given in the description as well, through which you can support this channel and support this cause of making quality tutorials over Blender's each and every effect, each and every parameter. So with that being said and done, try to see it, learn it, understand it. I will see you in the next video.
Hey,